Hello viewers, Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to Brightening Star Academy, a sphere of knowledge and skills where knowledge meets inspiration. In today's video, we will be going over some important topics to help you prepare for your Python lab exam. So, let's get started. Python was developed by Theodore van Rossum. It started implementing in the year 1989 and it was fully into consideration in 1991. It is an extremely simple programming language. I have an interesting fact for you all. Python is named after the comedy television show Monty Python's Flying Circus. It is not named after the python snake. Some of the features of Python programming language are: first, it is readable. Python is a very readable language. It is easy to understand. Second, it contains large standard library. Now, here it means that Python comes with a large standard library that has some handy codes and functions which we can use while writing code in Python. Third, it is extensible. Extensible means Python allows integration with other languages and it also supports some packages, modules, variables, etc. Fourth, it executes line-by-line code. That is, it is an interpreted language. Python uses an interpreter. That is, it executes line-by-line code. Fifth is, it is versatile. Versatile means that it can be used everywhere. Fifth, it is free to learn, isn't it? Sixth, it is easy to understand. Eighth is memory management is good and supports exception handling. Moving on, what can you do with Python? So there are various applications of Python. Some of them are listed. First, it's web development. Second, data analysis. Third, scripting. Fourth, game development. Fifth, machine learning. And last, scientific computing and automation. Now, let us move forward and see the characteristics of Python programming language. Python provides rich data types. It has rich libraries for web development, data science, and AI. It supports for GUI. GUI means graphical user interface. It is highly portable and compared to other programming languages, it allows more runtime flexibility. Now let us understand what are Python variables. A Python variable is a reserved memory location to store values. So this is a way to declare and use a variable. For example, a is 20, you can declare a variable, and if you want to initialize with a value, so I am initializing a with a value that is 20 and I am just printing the value a. As you can clearly see in the picture, the user declares variable a equal to 10. A over here is variable name and 10 is the value. Now what happens in Python memory? Object integer is created. Now why integer? Because 10 is an integer value, right? Now variable name a is given. Now variable a, that is value 10, is stored in that variable. A helpful analogy to think of Python variables is you can think of it as a container that contains something. For example, if you buy shoe boxes, you see that shoe box is the container and shoes in the shoe box is the variable. Here is an example assigning values to variables. So a, b, c are provided with 3 values 2, 3, 4 respectively. Now we print the values, print A, print B, print C. So as we assign A as value 2, so 2 is the output, B is 3 and 4, C is 4. Comments are non-executable text that lets the user know what has been done in the program, or in simple words, by comments you understand the purpose of the code. It is just for your reference, it is not executed. There are 2 types. First, it is single line comment, that is given by hashtag, and second is multi-line comments. Python consists of 5 data types. First is numeric data type that contains int, long, float, complex. Second is string data type. String means a sequence of characters in quotation marks. For example, hello world, hello in quotation marks, anything. Third is list. List is the collection of items that is ordered. It is changeable and it also allows duplicate members. For example, list is 1, 2, 3, Python, computer science, etc. whatever. And you have to remember that list is enclosed with a square bracket. Fourth is tuple. Tuple is collection of items of different data types separated by a comma and also enclosed in open brackets, that is parenthesis. For example, Python 5, and it is also enclosed in open brackets. Last is dictionary. Dictionary defines the relationship between key and values. Moving on, we have Python indentation. Indentation refers to spaces at the beginning of the code lines, while in other programming languages like Java, C, etc., indentation in code is for readability only, whereas the indentation in Python indicates a block of code declared. It gives you error in Python if you skip indentation. There are 7 operators. First is arithmetic operators like plus, minus, multiplication, division. Second is assignment operators, which assigns values to the variables like we're using equal to. Third is comparison operator, that is equal to, not equal to, less than equal to, greater than equal to. Fourth is logical operators, and, or, not. Fifth is identity operators like is not. Sixth is membership operators, in, not in. And last is bitwise operators, and, or, not, XOR, nor, etc. Let's quickly move forward with decision making in Python. It consists of if statement, if else statement, nested if statements, and if elif ladder. Python uses just 2 loops. First, for loop, and second is while loop. Python functions. Functions are the block of code that perform certain action. It can be defined as the organized block of reusable code, which can be called whenever required. Large programs can be divided into basic building blocks. In simple, collection of functions create a program. Python provides inbuilt functions like range or print. Now how to create it? Using def keyword. Remember this point, everyone. Also pass parameters in function. The information into the function can be passed using parameters. They are specified using parentheses or brackets. For example, def sum of a, b. So here, as you can see, in the previous slide we have discussed that def is used to create a function, whereas the parameters are created inside the brackets. So a, b are declared inside the bracket. So a and b over here are the parameters. Scope means accessibility of a certain block of code. It depends upon the location where the variable is being declared. So there are 2 types of scope. First is global scope and second is local scope. Global scope can be declared for the entire code and local scope is declared for just a particular section of the code. Moving forward with Lambda function. It is a very important question in lab examination. So please listen to it carefully. The anonymous function or function that is defined without a name is called as Lambda function. It can be used with map and reduce. Let us dive into the last topic of the day, Python modules. A program file that contains a Python code including Python functions, class, variables, etc. is known as module. It is created using .py extension.